Hey everyone, so today we are going to talk about something that's really important, and it's going to kind of help you understand where you're at, especially when you're manifesting a specific person, but also with anything in general, because a lot of people don't understand this, and I'm going to tell you what it means and what you need to do when you feel like you're over battling your old story, right? That there's all these thoughts and you just keep being attached to the old version of you and the old reality and the old story of your SP. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, it's Kim Velez, Conscious Life and Success Coach, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. You all are fucking amazing, I just have to say, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So before we dive in deep, if you feel like you need additional support, which you really, listen, I don't withhold. This is what blows my mind. I don't know if you guys are used to being scammed or I don't know, but I don't want to say you guys, but there's always a couple people that they feel like if I'm selling something that I should be giving away some secret. And I'm like, I don't withhold anything on the free platforms. I think that's shady, that's sketch. If I want to just give a little bit of information because it's free and then withhold the truth to you unless you pay for me. So I don't roll that way. You know what I mean? I don't operate like that. Literally everything I say in all my YouTube videos and TikToks, or what's going to happen when you work with me. But the difference is one-to-one coaching is very effective than just watching a YouTube video because you have somebody to really motivate you, kick you in your ass, and see your blind spots right the fuck then and there. All my clients have massive fucking breakthroughs when they work with me one-on-one, but also it's because it's an experience, right? Also, my courses, I compile them. I make brand new videos that talk about the same stuff, but it's intensified and for that specific topic. And then I create written exercises to help you process and go in even deeper to what's going on. So it's not that you're getting new information because it's a course. It's just packaged different. So it's only about whatever you're buying the course about instead of having to watch a bunch of different videos and try random things here and there. And then there's written exercises included as well as, it's a process. It's strategic to help you start from here to get you to the result you want in a series of videos and written exercises. That's what a course is, people. So having said that, I do have my courses, How to Manifest Your SP Back and Keep Them for Good, as well as You Are the Prize, which is all about you, your self-concept in love, because you are the most important, and it's changing the fucking game of how you see yourself in relation to manifesting an SP or new love. If you don't change how the fuck you view you, you're gonna keep manifesting the same bullshit. Okay, so let's talk about this. So this is something to really think about, right? So this is part of the process. Everyone has to go through resistance, no one can avoid it, okay? And part of this journey of wanting to create a new reality for yourself and changing your dominant mindset to the end result of whatever your end is a fucking process. It is a fucking journey, okay? Especially when it comes to manifesting an SP, all right? So what I want you to understand is in that process, you're going to go through different versions of you, and you're going to have deeper understandings and different clicks and, epiphanies and just things this is what happens when you work on yourself. You learn different, you understand different because you're becoming different, therefore you do different, right? And that's what this whole game is about. We want to keep the things that we're manifesting, and we want them in a harmonious, pleasant experience, not a shitty, toxic turmoil experience, right? Okay, so part of the resistance is, this is what happens. You know that part of the phase you're in when your mind's going 100 miles a minute and you're focusing on the shitty version of the SP and you're focusing on the old version of you that have felt rejected, not chosen, not wanted, and then you're focusing on just the whole shitty reality with this SP that you say you don't want to keep manifesting, right? So we know in our consciousness, in our mind, in our awareness, what we continuously focus on expands, grows, and continues to, manifest. So we're selecting the reality by what we're focusing on. So when you guys are doing that, what's happening is you are attached emotionally still. You're more emotionally invested into that reality, right? Remember, you're selecting a reality in your mind, and your most attached emotionally to that version of them, that version of you, and that fucking story, right? So how do you undo that? Because that's what the work is, right? Well, the work is when you notice that, when you're feeling that resistance, when you're going through that process because you're battling the reality you want versus what the fuck is or has been, okay? So you're still too attached. So in unattaching yourself emotionally, because when we invest our emotions, our thoughts, mental energy, and emotions, then it's hard for people to release. So this is the work to do to get you to release that and be the new version of you, to say, this no longer exists. I don't have to keep being this person. I don't have to fucking keep thinking this way. I don't have to keep focusing on my SP this way. Like, I can select a reality where I get what the fuck I want, okay? And I feel amazing in that fucking reality, right? So how do you do that? Well, when you notice that resistance, you need to change the story. Everything starts with the thoughts. The thoughts are the most important. But here's the beauty of what happens. So, I am not a proponent where they say, I don't agree with that we have to feel things to manifest them, because I've proven that to myself a million times that I can literally just have thoughts and those come into my reality without a heightened emotion at all, or even a negative emotion. So it's not the thoughts, but your emotions, your feelings are produced from your dominant thoughts. So when you're dominantly feeling sad or resentful or angry or just going through that process, there's a story, if you're not aware of it, it means subconsciously you're still emotionally attached to the old reality, the old version of you and the old version of your SP, okay? And the old connection. So the story's saying, I'm not getting what I want, I'm being rejected, they don't want me, and we're focusing on all the things we don't like about them. I've gone through it, like everybody has to go through it. Nobody's fucking exempt from it, okay? So what you wanna do when that happens is you wanna start thinking your self-concept that if you were in the wish fulfilled and had everything that you wanted, right? Who is that person? Who's that version of you? And then you shift into the story of the SP of the person you desire, how you would like them, how would you want to experience them? How do you like them, right? How do you want to interact with them? And then obviously focusing on how a relationship in this reality will feel versus the old one. So this is what happens when you start focusing your thoughts. At some point, you start changing the way you feel, because what's happening is you're selecting a new reality where there's a new version of you, right? A new version of SP, and then a new version of the relationship. You're not dealing with this. So as you're going to the new one, you will naturally feel different. It's like common knowledge, right? So the more you keep shifting yourself, because you're gonna waffle, you're gonna go fucking back and forth. This is a process, because your dominant state has been a state that is not getting you what you want with the thoughts and the reality and the experiences you were manifesting when it came to this, right? So when you're creating the new version of you and you're selecting that new reality and you're thinking new thoughts and focusing on a different version, then you're gonna go back and forth. Everybody does. So every time you notice the old shit, you move yourself into the new shit, right? And you do that with your thoughts. And what starts to happen is you start to feel different. You start to feel the new reality in your consciousness, right? Like, oh my God, this is who I am. This starts feeling better. And you're gonna prefer that state, that version of yourself over the old one that feels resentful, hurt, not getting what she wants. So every time you feel that old version, you're emotionally investing more and more and staying attached and anchored into the version of you that is not getting what they want. And that is because that's where your dominant thoughts are. It's not about the emotions. The emotions are actually just an indicator for you to let you be aware of where your subconscious mind is. Like literally, that's all it's about. It's the thoughts, the story, your focus that you're focusing on is what creates your feelings. So if you're feeling like shit and you're not aware of why, 99% of the time, you're invested in a fucking story that you're not aware of because it's in your subconscious that is you not getting what you want. So you got to move into the story of you getting what you want, and you keep saturating your mind that this is who the fuck you are. And the more you do that, your feelings will follow your thoughts, and your feelings and internal state will naturally shift. And then you start getting emotionally invested into this new reality of you, this new version of you that feels amazing, beautiful, handsome, magnetic, fucking on top of the fucking world. And I don't mean like super elated all the time, right? That's not what we're shooting for, but this story of confidence, this story of you having this fucking power from infinite source, that you are the creator of your reality, that you can have anything you want, this story of how amazing you are, that anyone is gonna want you because of who the fuck you are, right? And moving into that version, into that reality where this is the reality you're selecting. You're selecting this reality that says, I fucking win. I fucking win. I've got everything I fucking want. This is who I am now. This is who I am now. And you're doing it over and over again, and you get more invested thought-wise, mentally, right, and emotionally, and you're pushing it out more and more, and you're gonna waffle. Everybody fucking waffles, but you keep moving yourself to the new version where you think from the end, you feel from the end, and in your mind, you're living from the end. You're not fucking, you don't need to take action. This is what I hate when people do this. They're like, well, if I'm living in the end, then I can text them whenever I want. Okay, but let's really look at that. It's not about your action in the 3D, because your action is caused by your subconscious beliefs. So if you feel like you need to chase somebody, then that means that you're still in the reality, in the version of you that's saying, I'm not getting what I want, I'm feeling rejected, I need reassurance. So you need to start paying attention to what's going on with you, and start implementing this stuff and understanding what is happening, right? So we're gonna move from the old version into the new version. And the more you think and are being internally in your mind in this new reality where you got what the fuck you want, you already have it, you start to lose your anchor, your hold, the emotional investment in the old reality where you weren't getting what you want, and you start getting anchored and invested into the new reality. And that's what you want, because at some point, the more you do that, it becomes now your dominant state, even if you still waffle a little bit, because we're human, it'll happen. But this is the reality you dwell in the most, which you have to experience in your 3D. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.